Yeah, everybody get the measure going.
Oh, they're on the floor over there.
Thank you, Mr. Schmidt and the Stoughton High School Band.
Welcome parents, family, friends, and graduates. I'm Mike Cruz, high school principal, and I'm honored to be here today as these bright young adults walk the last step to Stoughton High School students. We have three wonderful and talented students who will speak on behalf of the class today. Would everyone please stand, remove your hats, place your hand over your heart, face the flag as Mr. Schmidt directs the Stoughton High School Band and national anthem. You guys can move yours on, it's fine. It's okay.
I don't think I've ever spoken in front of
many people before. Maybe public speaking would have been a good idea. My name is Luke Jones, and it's an honor to speak about our class's past.
I would like to begin by congratulating the entire senior class on their momentous achievement. This marks a tremendous turning point in our lives. But before we cast our gaze forward onto the bright futures that lay in front of us, we should take a quick glimpse into the past to see what has brought us here. Around 13 years ago, we embarked on a journey of education. We learned letters and numbers, we learned reading, writing, and arithmetic, but most importantly, we learned to be better people and better friends. A long time ago, in a land not so far away, on our first day, we turned off Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, jumped in the car, hugged our parents, and waved goodbye as we entered our respective elementary schools to begin kindergarten. We brought with us a napping pad, our lunchbox, and a full bladder. And that was only the beginning. Over those first 6 years at elementary school, we honed our skills by taking weekly spelling tests, doing mental math, and playing games on the smartboard. But nothing could prepare us for the Battle of the Books. If you were a Sandhill or Yahara kid, the Battle of the Books was the Super Bowl of elementary school. T-shirts were made, books were read, and friendships were tested. In a competition that pitted teams of 3 students against each other on their knowledge of 9 books, things got intense to say the least. The next stop on our educational journey was middle school. The middle school really made us stop and say, whoa. But for the first time in our lives, we got to choose one of our 7 classes. The newfound freedom was overwhelming. We had to choose between band, choir, orchestra, strength and conditioning, and digital photography. The opportunities were truly endless. If the newfound freedom wasn't enough to get you, the mystical forces of puberty were hot on your trail. Someone was either hitting it or getting hit by it, and those weird videos they made us watch were not doing it any justice. Voices cracking, body hair, and raging hormones made the middle school a melting pot of an interesting time. The 2 biggest takeaways any of our student body gained from middle school is that We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel is a great song. And at 212 degrees, water turns into steam. So always make sure to give that extra degree of effort. Maybe it was all the excess steam, or maybe it was the middle school just getting old, but all of a sudden, stuff just started falling apart. There was lead in the water, and we broke the roof of the community gym. We had to adapt and overcome, but not having water to drink during teen cuisine was a real bummer. But hey, it wasn't all bad. We all got to witness the dance-off of a century when at 8th grade formal, Bryn Sproul whipped Graham Shield into next week. The third and final stop of our journey together was high school. We once again were at the bottom of the totem pole, sometimes literally looking up to our peers. We worked our way up by joining teams, clubs, shows, and trying our best academically. We found extraordinary levels of success inside and out of the classroom, crowning conference champions, state champions, creating beautiful music and art, but most importantly, we got to know each other. We made friends, we shared experiences, we became better people and better friends. And although our educational journey is coming to a close, we have made friendships that can last a lifetime. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jenny Marshall, and I am the 2019 Senior Class President. Today, I am proud to present the class gift of wall decals to help decorate the high school, and hallway signs to help incoming freshmen and visitors navigating through the halls to Ms. Shamer on behalf of the Stoughton High School.
Good afternoon. I'm Dana Shamer, one of the associate principals here at Stoughton High School. Thank you, Jenny, and the graduating class of 2019 for your generous gift of wall decals and hallway signs. Your gift will help encourage a positive school culture and atmosphere here at Stoughton High School. As you move into the next chapter of your life, please continue to impact the world around you in a positive way. You'll need to know that life can be hard and scary and intimidating, and that one is never fully prepared. Life will manage to present challenges, some big, some not so big, when you least expect it. I think it is incredibly important to acknowledge this as you move forward with your lives. While you may never be fully prepared for the challenges themselves, your attitude and your work ethic will dictate how you choose to approach and eventually overcome those challenges. Here's a list of some important things to remember as each day happens. Be fearless in the pursuit of putting yourself first. In time, you will realize that you have to be happy as you before you can pursue happiness in all other facets of your life. Be honest. The integrity of your words define your worth as a positive agent of change. Communicate respectfully with others and acknowledge that your words matter and have an impact on one another. Stop communicating and accepting negative comments that are jokes, but do not have any positive connotations tied to them. Be selfless and aware how your actions can positively impact others. Do what you can to love your neighbor. Ultimately, be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. There's a quote from the movie Zootopia that summarizes the point I'm trying to make. When I was a kid, I thought Zootopia was this perfect place where everyone got along and anyone could be anything. Turns out, real life is a little bit more complicated than a slogan on a bumper sticker. Real life is messy. We all have limitations. We all make mistakes, which means, hey, glass half full, we've got a lot in common. And the more we try to understand one another, the more exceptional each one of us will be. But we have to try. So no matter what type of animal you are, from the biggest elephant to our first fox, I implore you, try. Try to make this world a better place. Look inside yourself and recognize that change starts with you, it starts with me, it starts with all of us. On behalf of the Board of Education, administration, and all high school employees, it is my honor to accept the gift of wall decals and hallway signs. Congrats to the class of 2019, and thank you for the positive impact you've made here at Stoughton High School and for the positive impact you will continue to have on this community. Thank you.
Do you want me to press? Right. I got everyone.
Tell me where is the road I can call my own, that I left, that I lost so long ago. All these years I have wandered, oh, when will I know? There's a road that will lead me home. After wind, after rain, when the dark is done, as I wake from a dream in the gold of day, through the air there's a call.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Frank Sullivan. I'm president of the Stoughton Area School District Board of Education. And I want to start this afternoon by introducing my fellow board members. So first is Jolie Beth Fitzgibbon, Allison Sorg, Jill Patterson, Kathleen Hoppy, Steve Jackson, and Tim Bubon. And the other two board members, John Coughlin and Joe Fry, couldn't be here today. As I look at the program, I think it makes sense why most of the people speaking are here. But the question that comes up every year is, why the school board? Why is the school board talking to us? And I think the answer is that the school board is here to represent the community of Stoughton. We are Stoughton. And Stoughton, not all of Stoughton, but a good part of Stoughton is here today to celebrate your graduation from a public high school. From our public high school, a school that wouldn't look like this without the support of the people of Stoughton and the surrounding towns. Now it's graduation day, and I know that some of y'all can't imagine living anywhere but Stoughton, and some of you can't wait to leave. But whether you stay or go, it's important to remember where you came from. And we are Stoughton. Whether our families have been here for 150 years or only a few months, we're Stoughton. Whether we were born in Wisconsin or Illinois or Kosovo or Outer Mongolia, we are Stoughton. Whether we're Catholic or Protestant, Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, atheist, questioning or just confused, we're Stoughton. Whether we root for the Packers, Bears, or Vikings, we are Stoughton. Or the Cowboys. Right? No, not so much. Yeah. Whether we're retired or we're just starting out like you all, we are Stoughton. Whether we work outside the home or not, whether we're farmers or tradespeople or business owners, cooks, bartenders, waiters, or any of the thousands of different ways people make a living, we are Stoughton. Whether we're artists or musicians or people like me who were born to be audience members, we are Stoughton. Whether we're sitting to my volunteers and people who serve on the town boards and the city council committees and work with the nonprofits, or people who would rather go fishing and watch Iron Chef reruns, we are Stoughton. We value learning. We, Stoughton, built the school and built the learning environment. We filled it with books, we filled it with technology, and most important, we filled it with the people who made it their life's mission to help you all learn. We, Stoughton, are your teachers, but we're also your educational assistants, your volunteers, and the people who serve lunch, clean the buildings, cut the grass, drive the school bus, and keep the lights on. We're the coaches who showed you how to dribble a soccer ball and told you over and over again which direction to dribble it in, and watched as your athletic skills grew and eventually surpassed our own. We are the parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters, aunts, uncles, and cousins who watched you take your first steps, taught you how to ride a bike, and eventually, and with considerable fear, handed you the car keys. All of us are Stoughton. You are too. And wherever you go, whatever you do, whoever you become, remember us. And remember always that we are so very, very proud of you. Thank you and good luck.
Hi. Good afternoon, class of 2019. If you don't know me already, even though a bunch of people just shouted my name, I am Emma Gerling, and I am so grateful for the opportunity to speak in front of you all today. Thank you all for being here on this sunny, beautiful, and not rainy, and monumental day. I believe I can speak for all of us when I say that freshman year was confusing. Walking through our tour, I thought to myself, this place is a maze. I never thought I would figure it out. but I guess that could go for a lot of things, such as math. Yes, I'm talking to you, pre-calc. Along with us being the rats to the high school maze experiment, it was also time for us to find our spot, our group that would carry us through the thick and thin of high school. Sophomore year was a little less confusing. We still had no idea what we were going to amount to, and we were not quite yet to upperclassmen status yet. After freshman year dramas of dating and schedule differences, we had at least one good thing, a good group of people we call our friends. We will continue to keep in touch with these people because they influenced us throughout high school, and we will never forget the memories we made with them along the way. After 2 years of being called annoying, we were finally upperclassmen. Most of us filled our schedules with rigorous courses and AP classes that would appeal to college admission boards. We were getting ready for our future, while still enjoying the moments that high school had to offer. In the spring, or at least what we thought was spring, we had our prom. Pictures were difficult to take because our toes were freezing and our hair was breaking, but then in the end, we danced it out. That summer, we said goodbye to the class before us, and we became seniors ourselves. Wow, the top of the high school food chain. Our fall was enriched by dress-up days. I wish we could have Toga Tuesday every day. The homecoming, pep rally, the parade, and of course, our last homecoming dance. Friday's rally was by far the best. Competing, cheering as loud as we could, encouraging the freshmen to do the same, and shouting, "Go to homeroom" to the junior class. What a time. After homecoming, our futures of college, the military, and the workforce seemed all too real. When did this happen? Seems like just yesterday, people were telling us not to worry, that we had time. In the end, colleges were applied to, and we could once again take a breather. Or so we thought. School was going through massive changes in regards to the dress code. The class of 2019, being able to band together is what makes us truly amazing. We thought that was the end of the rough patches. Nope. Halfway through the year, massive schedule changes were made, but once again, the class of 2019 powered through. Our ability to take what is thrown at us and move forward is what makes us truly amazing. Oh my. Sorry. We will stand our ground for what we believe in and make a change in this world. By the end of high school, looking back, we remember all the stress that came along with the late nights we were up studying. But we should be remembering all of the memories we made with friends and even strangers along the way. There's a lot of wind up here. We should remember the relationships we formed with teammates because they are unlike any other. They have been with us during our glory days of conference titles and state competitions, but also provided a comforting hug when the chances of advancing towards a win were over. I am proud to say that we have made high school a place for leadership and success, as well as a place for change. And now, we must do the same with our lives. Best of luck and thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Colins, and I'd like to apologize for how my voice sounds right now, but I'm going to power through for you. Good afternoon, parents, staff, family members, and of course, my fellow classmates. We did it, you guys. 4 years later, and here we stand on the very cusp of the rest of our lives. I know that for me, I couldn't possibly have imagined the mix of emotions running through each of us right now. There's excitement. The future is still unknown to us. Sure, we all have plans, where we're going, what we're doing, and how we plan on getting there. But as we all have learned, life can take some unexpected turns. We are here today, turning the page on our histories and starting a fresh new page in the journals of our lives. There's also fear. Fear and excitement, Much like peanut butter and jelly, we're made to go together. Each of us has our uncertainties on where the next few decades of our lives will take us, and with uncertainty comes doubt. Doubt has the power to build us up or to tear us down, and I am confident that it will be the former. We are a generation of doers. We are thinkers, we are fighters, we are inventors, believers, leaders, and most importantly, we are learners. There's also a sense of sadness. Yes, from the moms in the stands with tissues packed into their purses, but also from us, the sea of purple strewn out in front of me. The last 4 years of our lives have been spent here at SHS, making memories, forming bonds, and growing as people. Saying goodbye to all of that can be hard, but there's a catch. Each goodbye can only be followed by a new hello, a new chapter to the journey that we all call life. For all the bittersweet rot from the tearful goodbyes the next hours, days, and months will bring, there are countless new hellos to experience, new people to meet, new lessons to learn, and new places to go. Class of 2019, I ask that you remember one thing when stepping across this stage, your last act as a student here of Stoughton High School. I ask that you remember that your future is constructed from your past. Remember that as you climb these stairs and face your immediate future. Think of all these moments, those last 4 years that have built you. The friends, the teachers, and even the total strangers that have built you. Think of each memory of your high school career that has stuck with you. Remember that each of those has fundamentally shaped the person that you are. Remember that fact as your parents drive into the distance after dropping you off at college. Remember it when you get your first job, when you find your first love, or even every day when you close your eyes to go to sleep. Take the dreams of your past and the lessons of your present and use them to build yourself a future to look forward to. L.M. Montgomery wrote in the classic children's book Anne of Green Gables, "Tomorrow is always fresh, with no mistakes in it yet." That, my friends, is what today represents. We finished our painting, we wrote that last period on our final papers, we finished the last chapter of our book, but there's always more, and it's always ours to make the most of. I'd like to leave you today with a profound thank you. I'm thankful to those who have helped me come stand here today, my friends and family. I'm thankful to my peers for all the memories we've made together. I'm thankful for the teachers who have supported us all since the day we entered the doors that first September day of freshman year. We, the class of 2019, are thankful to have had our time and to be able to go on knowing we had the fullest support. Here's to tomorrow and to every day after. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Tim Onsager, and it's my honor and privilege to be the superintendent of the Stoughton Area School District. And I'm truly humbled to be standing here in front of the Board of Education, the community, parents, honored guests, and of course, the graduates of 2019. Graduates, what a great day. The sun is shining, it's gorgeous, and it's a day to celebrate what you are doing. And I'm sure that you've had numerous conversations with friends and family about high school and what comes next. You heard today from 3 of your classmates about your past, about the state of today, about your future. And everyone that you talk to, primarily the adults, all have advice for you, all have something they want to tell you. Some talk about how great high school was for them and how much fun they have. Some say and will tell you your future is bright. And some will say, you know, things may not be what you want right now, but give it a little time and things will be better. And I'm sure you've been asked a million times to the point where you're starting to roll your eyes. But I ask you the same questions at times, and you're going to be asked a million more. So, what are you going to do after graduation? It's something that everybody wants to know, because everybody wants to be part of your success. And what a great success it has been. I was talking to a high school friend of mine last weekend who just graduated with his master's degree. and we were talking about questions that people ask graduates. And he was talking about a question that somebody asked him that made him think. And he asked me the same question. And I'm like, whoa, is that a deep question? And it made me think. It made me think about, how do I handle situations? How do I handle life as it comes at me? And what am I going to do? So, on this gorgeous day, I want to ask you the same question. And I'll warn you, it's a deep question. Why don't zebras get ulcers? Now I can see from the look on your face, and I can only imagine the look at the board members' faces behind me. What is this guy talking about? Zebras and ulcers. What the heck does that have to do with high school, with graduation, and my future? Somebody get him off the stage and out of the sun. He must be suffering from heat stroke. He's totally lost it. But bear with me and give me a little time and a little leeway to bring this around. So I ask you again, why don't zebras get ulcers? Think about it. Zebras live their life surrounded by predators in the wild. At any moment, there could be danger. Yet they casually graze, and it seems like they don't have a care in the world. Don't get me wrong, they're uniquely aware of their surroundings and are ready to flee at any moment to avoid being somebody's lunch. But after the danger is past, they go back to nonchalantly grazing away. Zebras don't stress about the past. They don't worry that yesterday they were almost toast. Nor do they think about how the day before was a great day. They were flirting with the other zebra, and the other zebra was flirting back. And they wish they could go back to that day. Wow, was that a great day. Likewise, they don't pine for tomorrow. I don't imagine a zebra saying, boy, tomorrow the weather's going to be nicer. The flies won't be biting as hard, and I'm sure there won't be any danger. Zebras don't get ulcers because they live for today. My wish for each of you is that you take after the zebra in life. Like the zebra, embrace each day. It's all right to think about yesterday, the good and the bad, but don't let it keep you from living in the moment. Likewise, don't wish that tomorrow comes. At your age, time seems to stand still and take forever, like sitting through that class or listening to this speech. But the older you get, the more time seems to fly by. And before you know it, you look back and say, where did it go? Dream big for tomorrow. Remember yesterday, but live and laugh today. If you do that, you will find that you have lived a life of happiness, joy, fulfillment, and love. Congrats, class of 2019. We're all extremely proud of you.
Good afternoon. I'm Mr. Thomas, and this is Ms. Fisher. We are here to announce the graduating class of 2019. Are you ready to see them cross this stage? Please make some noise. All right, these guys have worked for 4 hard years. I need a little more noise than that. Are you ready to see them cross? Colin Ray Ace. Megan Cecilia Adams. Abigail Alexis Alvarez. Drew Michael Anderson. Renee Goman Anderson. Thomas Francis Apple. Nicholas David Arnett. Alexandria Elizabeth Ashworth. Kiana Baker. Benjamin Robert Dean Bartelt. Daniel Lee Betts. Dashana Marie Bibbs. Mitchell Reed Bodie. Madeline Elizabeth Bonebright. Leela Kaya Brashi. Kayla Michelle Bramer. Lydia Ann Brecken. Megan Ann Broiky. Madison Beth Brickson. Prudence Joanne Bridges. Aaron Carol Broski. Elizabeth Tracy Brown. Haley Dean Brown. Nicholas John Brown. Melissa Lynn Browning. Zachary Scott Burke. Jewel Ann Cedar. Brianna Joe Christensen. Abigail Ann Klein. Reese Lynn Klein. Sydney Taylor Collins. Trenton Robert Conklin.
Hey, fly eat, baby, fly eat.
Shanice Michelle Davis. Devin Allen Dean. Matayla K. DeBruin. Freeman Lowell Detweiler. Ethan William DeVore. Joshua Ryan Dullum. Dawson James Dunn.
Logan James Dykstra. Taylor Noel Dearson. James Ebner. Odin Christopher Eretz. Madeline Dustine Erickson. Lindsay Faith Ether.
You did it.
Thank you. Adam Nathan Falk. John Philip Fisher.
I should have gone the other way.
Parker Manuel Flint. Jacob Jerome Foldy. Haley Lauren Foss. Alita Saren Frick. Jack Dennis Gardner.
Couldn't have done without you guys. Faiz, baby.
Cameron Rickley Garski. Jacob Hunter Gerke. Luke Paul Geister Jones. Kyle Matthew Gerber. Abby Catherine Gibson. Matthew James Guiley. Emma Nicole Gerling. Brandon Lee Gross. Natalie Faye Grubin. Grace Lynn Getchow. Carissa Dorothy Halverson. Elizabeth Rose Hammond. Hayden Archer Hammond. Haley Lynn Hansen. Paige Mayung Heimsoth. Carter Scott Hellenbrand. Garrett Paul Herbst. Damon Leonard Hoffman. Amanda Jean Howell. Benjamin Willett Howery. Charlie Page Hudson. Brandon Steven Hudziak.
Roll Kings.
Caitlin Rachel Iverson. Aries Rose Jackson Carter. Savannah Caitlin James. Broderick Benjamin Jarek. Isaac Jimenez.
Jason Robert Volk Johnson. Eliza Nicole Jones. Vincent Armand Juarez. Alexis Rose Juvie. Connor Curtis Kalinowski. Ava Irene Kempinen. Audrey Joyce Killian. Emma Jane Kissling. Abigail May Kittleson. Stephanie Lynn Kittleson. Tristan Frederick Court. Natalie Ellen Krotz. Carter James Kriskovich. Maximilian Alexander Lanaway. Dylan Richard Lehman. Matthew Thomas Likeness. Jake Scott Lenz. Alexandra Marie Leitner. Jeremy Duff Luxinger. Gabriel Peyton Lilinski. Noah Daniel Leonard Mayhew. Jenny Marshall. Marshall, Madam President. Sarah Taylor Matthews. Kylie Elizabeth McCann. Ian Lawrence McClements. Erin Marie McCune. Morgan Ann McGee. Toribio Medina III. Nolan Eric Meyer. Caden James Milbauer. Dominic Cole Miller. Hannah Marie Moody. Sierra Jean Murphy. Ashley Kathleen Nelson. Matthew Kyle Nelson. Megan Elizabeth Nelson. Caitlin Ruby Ann Nolan. Jacob Stephen O'Flaherty. Christopher David Odell. Colton David Offerdahl.
Angel Lena Oak. Endrit Paloya. Nicholas Evan Parton.
Oh, yeah.
Drew Yon Passold. Ariana Sage Patterson. Brianna Nicole Pouts. Ava Renee Pellet. Aubrey May Peterson. Sean Phillips. Maxwell James Pillith. Lydia LaBelle Reganis. Patrick Sylvester Reagan. Oh, yeah. Elena Marie Rigo. Henry Jensen Reinecke. Essence Natalia Richardson.
I did.
Kayla Faith Rippey. Adrian Riley Rodriguez. Montana Rose Morgan Rogendorf. Carson Roger Roysum. Margaret Ann Ross. Bodie Lee Sanford. Madison Journey Schaefer. Brooke Ann Scheel. Graham Alexander Scheel. Jasmine June Shank. Hayden James Shiger.
Let's go, baby!
Jacob Christopher Shipper. Mason Avery Shook. Jacob Joseph Schultz. Loria Lynn Scott. Alexis Marie Shanklin. Amber Lynn Shanklin. Thomas Sheehy. Simon Whitney Shelley. Alyssa Marie Shemick. Abby Michelle Schenkel. Austin Matthew Sealing. Chloe Lynn Silbo. Ruby June Sisler. Michael Edward Slindy.
Hey, roll leaders!
Catherine Ellen Smith. Emma Rosalind Smithback. Cassandra Caitlin Smythe. Rihanna K. Spurloin. Cade Robert Spildy. Bryn Avery Sproul. Nolan Thomas Staplefelt. Dante Joseph Steinmetz. Jenna Louise Stokes. Parker Douglas Stolen. Alexander Michael Stransky. Andrew Strotter Jr. Jack Ivor Sunby. Dane Kieran Sutton.
Too much Ben.
Nicholas Robert Swenson. David Allen Tessier.
Come on now.
Aaron Miles Thompson. Sophia Elaine Thompson. Braden Riley Thorpe. Tanner Jensen Titak. Kalia Jordan Tribune.
one.
Peyton Elizabeth Treeloff. Jack Ryan True. Jacob Bradley Turner. Mr. Turner. Agron Usini. Jameson John Valdez. Brianna Lee Viken. Chloe Marie Vincent. Taylor Ray Vingham. Samuel James Waleen. Andrew Joseph Waldner. Dwight Travion Walker III. Jacob Allen Walker. Nicholas McKinley Walker. Caitlin Marie Walter. Tomono Washimi. Andrew Robert Watts. Brendan Marcus Wiesner. Madeline Elise Weldon.
Danielle Elizabeth Winker. Carly Deanne Wentela. Gladys Sandra Wentorf. Congratulations. Austin James West. Austin James Wethel. Joshua Richard Wethel. Kaylee Ann Whitmire. Quinn Marlo Wilson. Hannah Marie Virag. Anna Lynn Wozniak. Amber Marie Rakota. Ethan August Wright. Alexandra Marie Winneman. Fuchi Yang. Bradley Troy Yarwood. Zarek Francis Zeikert. Brianna Nicole Zimmerman. At this time, if you would please join me in a round of applause for our 2019 graduates.
Well done, class of 2019. But before I dismiss you, I'd like to review two main items from our first class meeting in September. First and foremost, we discussed the power and the importance of attitude. Charles Swindoll states, "The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude to me is more important than facts, is more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstance, than failures or successes, than what other people think, say, or do. It's more important than appearance, giftedness, or skills. It'll make or break a company, a church, a home, a school." The remarkable thing is we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for the day. We cannot change the past. We cannot change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on the one string we have, and that is our attitude. I am convinced that life is 10% of what happens to me and 90% of how I choose to react to it. And so it is with you. We also spoke about being ready, responsible, and respectful people, and following the 3 rules of everyone in our school. Come every day you can, be on time, and do your job. Ladies and gentlemen, families and friends, these young people have done their job. I honorably and without reservation present to you the Stoughton High School Graduation Class of 2019. Mr. Casey?
I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she is waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. Set the by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.